Hey guys, what's going on? It's Desiree's Joint. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about my experiences with the po-po. So I've never been to jail, thankfully, because I would probably be like traumatized because I've heard shit in there. I've heard shit. The cavity search thing for me is the biggest part. And like them having to check you. Like, I don't want to deal with that because I will be crying the whole time. So if they do mugshots after that, I hope they don't. So I'm gonna try to start from like the first time to the last time. So the first time that I had to deal with cops, I was almost 14. It was like a few weeks before I turned 14, so I was 13. It was in 2012, and I was in 8th grade. So I was with my best friend, Montana, and we used to always go to this one park. We would just like throw footballs back and forth to each other, just like shoot hoops, eat chips and salsa and smash the jars and just not give a fuck. Actually, that was kind of dangerous because like what if a dog like stepped in that? No, we were stupid kids and didn't think about that shit. So one night we were just like, oh yeah, let's just tell my mom that we're going to your dad's house and let's stay at the park overnight. Yeah, that's such a smart idea. Anyway, so we were just like, yeah, this is gonna be lit. So then about 5 or 6 in the morning rolls around, and then I wake up. Well, we like passed out for like maybe an hour or two. Yeah, so then I woke up and I just like sat up a little bit, and then right away I see a cop car coming in, and I'm like, fuck me in the dick. So then I was like, oh, fuck, Montana, wake up, there's a cop car. And she was like, what? And I was like, we're gonna die. So the cops were all like, what are you doing out here, huh? And we're all like, oh, we're just watching the sunset, And they were like, why do you have a blanket? Were you sleeping here? And we were like, no, it's just cold out. I mean, it's like 5 in the morning. So we didn't know this at the time, but curfew ends at 7 in the morning. So if you're, okay, we knew that it started at like 10 or whatever, or was it 9? I don't know. Yeah, so we didn't know that it ended at 7. So we still weren't allowed to be out. It was illegal. They weren't nice to us. But then they brought us back to my mom's house, and I had to wake her up, and they had to talk to her, and it was just stupid. It's not like we were smoking crack in the fucking park, okay? So then about a year later, on 4/20, 2013, so like a few weeks before I turned 15, I was with my boyfriend, and we walked to this one park, and we were just like swearing and shit, Who gives a fuck? I swear all the time. It's just a word. It's just a word. Come on. Once again, it's not like we were smoking crack. Yeah, so this dude was all like, oh, hey, quit swearing, there are kids up here. Just fucking, this rich dude that lived right by the park, just hitting golf balls and shit with this kid. So we were just like, whatever. So we just kept doing it because we didn't give a fuck. So then he was like, I'm gonna call the cops. And we were all like, bleh. And then my boyfriend said something really stupid, and then he called the cops. So we left, and it's not like we were hard to identify. I had fucking pink and blonde hair. Yeah, so the cops stopped us, and they were being such assholes. Like, could you be more of a dickball? So there were 2 of them. One of them was all like, oh, stay over here, don't go over there, because we had to like talk to them separately or whatever. So this one cop talked to me, the other one talked to my boyfriend. And the cop that talked to me was making me cry because he was being such a douche canoe. So I don't remember exactly what he said because this was like 4 years ago. But I remember that one thing that he said was, he like asked me my address, and I was like, I don't know. I honestly don't know what it is. We haven't even lived here for that long. Actually, I think we're living there for like a year maybe. I don't know. And he was like, how do you not know your address? Like, what if there's a fire at your house? And I was like, well, I would just tell them the street name and the block it's on, and then they would see the house on fire. And he didn't like that. He got pissed. And I was like, well, God, just shit your pants right there, why don't you? And then they brought us to my mom's house again. And then, oh my God. And then I was like standing outside of, oh yeah, they like called my mom and made her fucking come from work to the house. Sorry, there's like a hair in my eye. Yeah, so she came from work and then picked me up. She was not happy. With me, probably. I don't remember. I don't even think I cared. The door was open and I was like standing outside and my boyfriend was still in the car and I was like talking to him and the stupid ass cop shut the door right on our conversation. why? So the third time was when I was 16, like literally like right after I turned 16. So my boyfriend and I were like fighting, and I kind of left school, and then this cop like stopped me and shit, and I was like, I don't have to talk to you, and he was like, oh, blah blah blah. But yeah, he made me get in his car and talk to him and shit. And then he wasn't an asshole actually, but I was still pissed that he like made me talk to him. Oh my god, I was actually wearing this same exact shirt that day. Holy shit. And my hair was Rasta colors. Well, now there's like orange in it, so it's not really Rasta colors, but anyway, so I told him who my boyfriend was, and he was all like, oh, you can do better than that, piece of shit. But I don't think he like called him a piece of shit, but he pretty much. So then he brought me to my school, and I got out of the cop car, and people were looking at me and like, I was like, so then these other ones happened when I was 16 too. Like, they were the, oh god. So somebody got a restraining order against me because I was gonna beat the shit out of them. Long story, but yeah, I was gonna beat the shit out of her. So then she got a restraining order against me. So they had to fucking come to my school and serve me the shit. And then a few months after that, cops came to the school again. Oh, no. There was a time before this. Okay. So before that, I was suicidal at the time, and I tried to commit suicide. Well, I halfway tried to, and then somebody called me and interrupted me. Yeah, so I was like getting started on it, but I didn't, finish it. So then a cop had to come and talk to me and shit. And he wasn't being an asshole. He was nice. Whatever. He was probably like the nicest cop interaction that I've ever, dealt with. So, yeah, he was nice. But then after that, I was dating this one dude. No, I tried to do that the day that we broke up. Like, I broke up with him, and then I, like, tried to do that. But then, like, a couple months later, a month later, whatever, he, like, freaked out at his school, like, completely freaked out, made a huge scene, threw a Mountain Dew can at the window. It got all over some people. He tried to break lockers, he tried to break the doors, he tried to break the windows, blah, 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 whatever. He just freaked out. And the reason why? Well, I told his friend that I was gonna hang out with my ex that day, my other ex, because he was like, what are you doing today? And I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. So then he fucking told my other ex about it, and he freaked out. He called me a slut, he called me a whore, he told me to kill myself, all these fucking things. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, so then the school called the cops on him, and then he fucking told them what happened, whatever. So then they came to my school, and I straight up told them, I was like, dude, I want nothing to do with him. I don't give a fuck if he ever talks to me again. I don't know. Yeah, the reason why I told him that is because they told me to quit talking to him. I wasn't talking to him, he was talking to me. He's the one that got a hold of me. Yeah, so I was like, dude, I don't care if I talk to him again. I'm not the problem here. I'm just doing my own thing. He fucking freaked out. Like, yeah, so then they understood. I think there was one other time where I got involved with cops after that. If I can remember correctly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was just one other time. Oh, no, there was one time where I got pulled over. Yeah, so there was one time where I called the cops because I was like really pissed off and shit, and shit was just happening, whatever. And then they were being dicks to me. Fucking, I forgot what the cop said, but oh my god. The reason why I forgot is because I was so mad at the time, and it made me forget shit. But he was like basically telling me, like, he was like telling me about my depression. He was like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. He was like acting like he knew like my issues and whatever. And I was like, dude, you don't understand. Like, what are you talking about? You don't know what I feel. You don't know what I'm thinking. He was being such a dick, though. It was just... Now, I wasn't even showing that I was mad, but he was just like, I think that he said that I was disrespectful or something. I wasn't being disrespectful at all. Like... Oh, and he said that I had anger issues. I didn't do anything. I wasn't doing anything, dude. Oh my god. Oh, even just thinking about this right now is just like making me kind of... Yeah, he said that I had anger issues, and I wasn't even mad. I mean, I was mad, but I wasn't like showing it. Oh my god. I don't know how I managed to not freak the fuck out on him because he was pissing me off so much. And then after that, this just happened within the past couple months. So I got pulled over because my light was out, one of my headlights, I think. And thank God I wasn't carrying anything on me illegal. Yeah, so that cop wasn't being an asshole at all. He was just like, you know, doing his job. So he's being, you know, he was being good. Yeah, and I didn't get a ticket at all. It was just like a warning. So yeah, that's it for now. If you shop at teenhearts.com, you can use my discount code Desiree420 at checkout. If you want to go to my channel, that's Desiree's Joint. My Instagram is Desiree420. Twitter 420 Desiree420 and Snapchat Desiree420 Love. So I hope that you guys are enjoying your summer, and I will see you guys next week.